I wanted to do something a little bit different. You can see this helmet I'm wearing here. I have the turntable set up, and we're gonna do some live music, so a little bit different. But um, yeah, I just got all nostalgic thinking about the West Coast Throwdown last year or the year before. It's been such a long time since I've seen a lot of you guys that I miss like hanging out. So I kind of wanted to do just kind of a hangout, whatever. Just grab a beer out of the fridge, and you know, if you're 21, of course, hanging out with your parents, maybe rocking the live set on your TV. Turn up the bass because we're gonna play some trap over here, and I'm gonna rock the Daft Punk Drone Camps helmet here. I do have a video screen on the front of this helmet. It is the SkyZone O2s, one of the original SkyZone O2s that still has the camera in the front. So super cool. You will be able to listen and hear me live, but I will also be DJing this set while seeing an FPV view. So kind of bringing some FPV to DJing. I've walked around town with this same headset on, and it's actually pretty cool. I can see pretty good. So yeah, if you guys want to make some comments in the chat down below, you can do that. I might not be able to see a lot of your comments and stuff, but give me a like on this stream if you like to see more music on the channel. But let's go ahead. I'm going to sit down back here behind the decks and get started. And one more thing I have to say is that I was a resident DJ at a club for, wow, I guess about 4 years in Georgia. I also did some DJing in Manhattan and Brooklyn. So yeah, about 15 years worth of DJing under my belt as well. This is way before drone camps. It was my college job, so I was a techno DJ. So now everybody's into hip hop and trap. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and turn on the music. I have a shotgun mic up here, right up here. So hopefully it picks up the decent bass from this system. I will be working on the audio to get it a little bit better. But hello everybody, and happy Saturday night. All smiles, you guys. Let's go ahead and have some fun, and God, I hope to see you guys soon. It's been way too long. Let's go ahead and turn on the beats. Kind of amazing that I can actually see in this contraption. We're going to go ahead and start out with some trap. Yeah, 3, 2, 1, here we go, let's go.
go to catch a fire, fire, fire. Then they go to catch a fire, fire, fire. Oh, and the licky then they go to catch a fire.
Professional. Extraterrestrial.
For casting flower moves. Packed up my tools for my raw power move. Glock 19 for casting flower moves. Get up. Get raw power moves. Glock 19 for cats who flower moves. Dissect your mindset. Space cadet. Space cadet. Space Dissect your mindset. Space cadet.
Yo, it's hot in that helmet. Holy shit, it's hot in that helmet. I don't know how these guys do like marshmallow. That's it, you guys. That's it. It's over. It's over. Maybe I can see your chat here. All messages are visible. Woo. Holy shit. That's kind of weird. I don't see the live chat. Maybe I can pull that up. How's your night? How's your night, you guys? How you doing? How you doing? Thank you. Thank you for the props. Hope you enjoyed the sound quality. I know it's probably not the best with the shotgun mic, but I like to get a plug-in for the side of the phone. I'm surprised the phone lasted an hour. Yo, thanks, Luis, bro. Dude, if you know DJing, you know DJing, bro. You and Sean. You guys know what's up. Just wanted to play some trap tonight. I felt like playing some trap. I'm glad you're here, man. We got to get past this. Everybody's got to get vaccines so we can get back out there and start flying and doing this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Almost an hour on the stream. That's not bad. So where are you guys from tonight? We got 30 folks still hanging out in the room. I wonder what our peak was. Yeah, Ghosty comes out sometimes, dude. And a baby Yoda drone. But dude, this is an FPV. This is actually an FPV goggles. It works with 5.8. Thanks, man. Thanks. I appreciate that, kind. Appreciate that. This helmet was built in my shop. There are other helmets similar, but none like this one. PA, what's up, PA? What's up, San Diego? You got any guys overseas? UK, Germany? Oh, Justice League, what's up? What's up, Spiff? North Carolina, that's what I'm talking about, dude. I want to come home. It's my home state. I gotta come home and like bang some nails on my house. Got some stuff to do. Woo, thank you for the thumbs up. If you're still in the live stream, give me a thumbs up. Helps the video as always. When you guys watch my videos, reviews, and stuff like that. I don't know, is there any other like guys that you know that fly FPV, that DJ? Chicago, oh, house music was built in Chicago. That's usually what I play. I play house music when I do like live sets in a club, when I have a full sound system and 500 people to dance. But the place I used to DJ was a 3-story club starting out in Georgia. 3 floors. First floor was all top 40. Second floor was like hip hop. So we had sort of conflicting bass. Sometimes I could hear the hip hop bass upstairs. And on the 3rd floor was techno and rave. So I DJ'd mostly house, drum and bass, and break beats. Yeah, smash the like button, you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I did all vinyl back then. I still have all my vinyl from the 90s at my house in North Carolina. Don't steal it. It's all the classics. Like almost any song you think of that was popular back in those days. Like I have Aphrodite records. Of course, Ronnie Size. Everybody has Ronnie. Goldie. There was one guy from up in Brooklyn I really liked named Pish Posh. No, I think he was from Brooklyn. Pish Posh. Look that up on YouTube. Like DJ Pish Posh. That's good stuff. That's like nasty drum and bass. California, what's up? What's up, Torrance? California. Deroche. How do you pronounce that? Deroche? I'll see your comments sometime on the channel. I appreciate that. I always appreciate all the comments. So what are you guys up to tonight? Are you guys having a drink or are you watching some Netflix? I'm curious to what the sound sounded like with this mic. It's not an expensive mic, but Ron Decor. You know who one of my favorite house music DJs of all time is? It's a black guy. First time I saw him, I can't remember where I was. I've been to so many raves, I can't remember. I seen this dude in a wheelchair, like wearing like some kind of, he might have been wearing like some Chicago stuff. I think he's from Chicago. But like a basketball jersey and a hat. And I didn't realize he was the DJ that night. And they put him in the booth and his name was Paul Johnson. And that dude is still making tracks. He's really, really good. Paul Johnson's legit. Like disco house. I mean, just, you might not like disco, but you like Paul Johnson because Paul Johnson makes the walls shake. Seriously. He's good. But I like to do some more sets. I don't know, what kind of music do you guys like? Obviously some DMB, some fans of DMB out there still. But it's crazy, there's so many different subgenres if you don't know much about techno, but there's like subgenres within subgenres. It goes super deep. And now, you know, like decades later, it's even deeper than that. It's crazy. Crystal Method. Oh, dude, I saw the Crystal Method in Atlanta with my friends. That was a sick show. These dudes were like rock stars with keyboards. They were like picking up their keyboards and throwing them around and stuff. Like, I don't move that much, but those guys are like... And you know who a friend of mine was from Atlanta? Used to come to Savannah all the time. And now he's in Brooklyn, and he's kind of like one of the godfathers of techno. Look this guy up. It's Tommy Sunshine. Tommy and I go way back. EDM. Man, Tommy was like the tallest guy at the party, and like the first time I ever saw Tommy Sunshine, we were in Atlanta, and I was there with my friends. I was a resident in Savannah at the time, but we were at this club partying. It was kind of a small club, but it was like 500 people in there, of course. You know, it was wall-to-wall people. And I seen this dude like with his hands up. Dude, like both hands up, just like full party mode, like and dude's wearing a Guns N' Roses t-shirt. And I thought that, I always remember that he was wearing a Guns N' Roses t-shirt. Everybody else is dressed like, you know, Space Odyssey 2000, like techno, 90s techno. And this dude's sporting like Guns N' Roses. Because he was already that cool. Tommy Sunshine. He was always the life of the party. He liked to be right in the middle, just making sure everybody was having a good time. That's what it's all about. Like, you know, we would have guest DJs come in and they would drop a set and nobody would dance. I felt sorry for them. And then when me and my friend Steve went on, he was DJ Doughboy. When Steve would go on, people would start to warm up, and his set usually came on about 12 a.m. No. I guess Steve spun from 11 to 1, and my set was from 1 to 3 a.m. So I had primetime set, which was fun. And we used all vinyl. We didn't use MP3 or CDs. There was some guys in town I remember using CDJs, and I thought that was like the lamest thing I'd ever seen. Like, when I heard the guy was like a CD DJ, and he had like this like, he was like a big hip hop guy, well, for the area, but he was like the biggest well-known guy in town, and I don't know, I just kind of hated on CDJs for some reason. Yeah, CDJ, man, come on. Damn. I don't know, maybe I was jealous. Was I jealous? I was driving to Atlanta every weekend to go get new vinyl. There's a couple small record labels in Atlanta that used to really put out some obscure stuff. Like, I used to put white labels, cut out pieces of vellum, cut a hole in the middle of it, hole punch it, and then put it, like, rubber cement it to the top of all my records. So when I went to spin, I pulled my crate out, and people would come into the booth behind me when, you know, when I was DJing. There was usually a crowd of people behind me, and they were trying to like find out what we were playing, because they'd come up to the platter and they'd be, you know, what's that track? What's that? Well, I don't know what that track is. I'm not telling you what that track is. And back in those days, you couldn't like just pull up your phone and be like, oh, let me use the app, Shazam it. You can't Shazam in 1995, 96. You had to, it took some people like a month to figure out what the song was. Like Noriak and Soul, when I played some of their first, like one of their biggest, I can't remember the name of the track, but that was the track that used to bring people out of the bathrooms. Like, people would be coming like out of the bathrooms to hear that. Like, this is my favorite shit. They're making the rafters vibrate. Yeah, that was good. With CDs, yeah, okay. I guess, yeah. We used to record all of our stuff down to DAT, and then we make mixtapes for everybody in the Southeast. We'd take them down to Jacksonville, drop them off at the techno record shops in Jacksonville. We go to Atlanta and drop off tapes. We were always on the road. I got fired from a couple jobs because, well, I didn't make it home in time to go to work. That's how it was. They just let me go. They're like, you can't come in at 3 p.m. Like, you can't. Maybe that's why I'm a YouTuber now. I don't do well with like 9 to 5. I have a hard time showing up. So we've been on now for about a little over an hour, and the phone's still not dead, which is kind of amazing. And I'm glad that you guys can hear me, because this is the first time that I've tried this mic on this phone with a live stream. So the fact that this thing's actually working is like a miracle. And thanks for the tips, guys. Guys who dropped in tips tonight, I appreciate that. Most of us YouTubers are, you know, working for a living on the internet, and so anytime you drop in a tip on a live stream, that's like super, super. You're a good person when you do that. I haven't live stream tipped anybody. I need to do that because I know how it feels. What's up, Craig? Is that Pilot Craig? I don't know your last name, Craig. I need to put that in my phone. Saturday night. What time is it where you guys are? You guys East Coast, West Coast? I guess it's a little after 9 here now. I can't see my phone. Doesn't tell me the time on the live stream. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, buddy. It is you. Awesome. Yes. Oh, hopefully the FPV events will kick back off this year and we can meet up again out in like a camping situation. I know the West Coast Throwdown might happen by August. Maybe they'll move it to September, but I haven't really talked to those guys yet. Does it feel like summer yet? I'm ready. I'm ready to get my vaccine and just start living again. But if the West Coast Throwdown happens, maybe Gabriel will bring out that big ass sound system he brought out last time. That was super dope. You could hear that thing like 2 miles away. Like driving in the campground, you could hear the bass from the trap. It was crazy. I think Luis was there. Luis, you were there last time I was there. Sean played a massive, massive techno set, which was really, really awesome. Sean is a good DJ. I have heard you spin, Sean. I have listened to you. You know what you're doing. East 1205. Wow. Yeah, it's getting late, huh? Nothing wrong with some late night music. I wish I could go for another hour. But that helmet, this Daft Punk stuff is a little bit too hot. It's good for about an hour. But I have headphones in here. I got wireless headphones. I can see out of this port right here. There's a camera right here. You can't even see it. Sky Zones have a port for a live camera. So first time I've ever actually FPV'd with a live stream and DJ'd. It's pretty hard. But I can see pretty good. It's good enough. If it was any worse, I wouldn't be able to do it. I would like to see that Sky Zone came out with a new pair of these that had like a really high quality external camera, which would be super cool. I think they stopped making these goggles with cameras on them because I don't think that many people really use them. But I always use it. As soon as they came out, I wanted to do a helmet because I'm like, I can make an FPV helmet and make it look cool and be able to walk around and see out of it. So 12 o'clock East Coast, I guess 9:05 here. We're 3 hours behind you guys. Any guys in the Midwest watching the live stream? I also got to give a shout out to someone special out there who's had a particularly hard week. Not to be like a downer on my live stream or anything, but like this person's super special to me, and you know, her dog died last week, so, or this week, so lots of thoughts and prayers going out there to her family for their dog. His name was Dallas. Rest in peace, Dallas. You were a good boy. He had a lot of back problems and stuff, and I don't know. He just shut down yesterday. All dogs go to heaven, though, like they say, you know. Yeah, he was, man. He was. I tried to treat him good. He was acting real weird, like his last couple weeks of his life, and thought it was because he was just a rescue and he was a little bit scared of people, but I think he was just in a lot of pain. Like back pain is like, it makes me act weird when I have back pain. But I think his organs like shut down. He was hanging in there for a while, but I don't think anybody realized it. How much pain. Dogs can kind of hide their pain pretty well, like most men. We can all hide it. Don't ever want to go to the doctor. So hopefully you guys are happy and well, and thanks for the prayers and the comments for Dallas and my friend there. Things will get better. They always do. Get better. I had a good time with that dog. He was a good boy. He was a sweet boy. But I sent a link out to my friend tonight, and she's watching. So I want to say thinking about you guys and Mr. Dallas. But crazy set. Hey, thank you, Forrest. Appreciate that. You know, I also got to talk about before I get off here. This week I was featured on Marcus Brownlee's YouTube channel. Pulled up the drone camps video. We've talked for several years now. I used to talk to him back before he had 1 million subs. He was running around with Casey Neistat a lot. And Neistat knows also who Drone Camps is, because our channel's been around since the beginning of, pretty much the beginning of the drone craze. And man, Marcus like blew up, like 13 million. But you know, you live in middle, I wish I lived in New York City. I wouldn't be able to fly drones in New York City, but not like Casey did, run around flying drones like a crazy cowboy. Of course, he got called out by the FAA. I mean, I was like watching the clock, waiting for that to happen. Eventually, he got the letter or the knock on the door. You know, you can only fly around New York City for so long before somebody says something. Man, that man's crazy. He was flying it up and down the streets and stuff over traffic, and I mean, y'all ever see me fly over cars or people? That's the rules. You got to stick to the rules, right? Not good. But I was stoked. I was really kind of humbled, and I really appreciated Marcus adding those clips. I mean, you can't see my face or anything, but it's crazy because it shows the inside of my house. Like you guys are floating around in my living room and in the kitchen, down the hallway all the time, and it was weird to see like my house on like one of the biggest tech YouTubers channel. Like right there, that's my house. That's crazy. I felt like a little naked and exposed. Like this is the inside of my house. Dude has like over like, I don't know how many millions of views that video has now. But like, just imagine your house is on a channel like that. Imagine somebody right now pulled up a camera and just filmed your house to millions of people. I guess I do it every day in a way. I don't care. But I don't do a lot of family video stuff. Like I've only had my kids on the channel a couple times, and I just don't I don't do too much personal stuff. But I'd like to do more like live streams like this, and just kind of like talk to you guys and connect and respond to your comments. Yeah, I was about to ask you guys, how's it going, Doug? I was gonna ask you guys if you had any questions, any hints. Man, I have like I have a hard time dropping hints with stuff because I kind of under legalities with some of these companies not to say anything. So what do you call that? I can't remember. Well, what's going on, Russia? Welcome to the live stream, Russia. I believe that's Russian. And NDA, yeah, that's what it's called. Sorry, I'm not good at legal speak. Yeah, so I can't talk too much about it. However, maybe I can just talk around it. Can we talk around it? So yeah, Doug, iFlight may or may not have something coming. But it is March, and you guys know that from now through about, well, the rest of the year, you're going to see tons of releases from all these companies. I know that Diatone has some cool stuff coming up. My guy Carl over at Diatone is always working on something new, some super cool stuff. And Emax just came out with the Baby Hawk 2 HD, which is super cool. I didn't get word yet that they're going to do an analog version, but there are rumors on the street that say they are considering making an analog version. So, you know, keep your fingers crossed for the analog version of that. Because most of you guys have 5.8 goggles still, and not everybody has converted over to the DJI yet. So, I happen to have the V1s and the V2s right now, and I know Spiff, you're kind of wanting to buy those goggles. My V1s, I'm still on the fence about selling those because in a way it's kind of nice to have a backup set, you know what I mean? Eventually the firmware is going to catch up, and they'll make everything cross-compatible, if it's not already. But I might still sell them to you. Just got to think about it. Have a couple beers. Maybe. We'll talk about it at the field. HD, yep. Everybody's kind of moving toward HD, but you know, I had a weird, like, sinister thought yesterday. I was looking at some of the specs on the DJI FPV drone, you know, and we already talked about it on my last live stream, and yeah, so my sinister thought was like, you know, DJI likes to take stuff over. I feel like the regular drone sales have kind of slumped in the last 3 years as far as the camera and cinematography drones. Like, I feel like, is it true that maybe our sector of the market is getting bigger than commercial, or maybe not commercial, but like just camera rigs, like a Mavic? How many people you know that have a Mavic? I don't know. Are they as, I think the drone trend kind of is like the trend is kind of slowing down. As far as, I mean, who the hell wants to fly in a straight line for, you know, how far does it go? How long does it fly? Who cares, man? Put another battery in it. Jesus. It doesn't fly any further than I want to walk over and pick it up. That's how far it flies. I mean, come on. You fly like 3 or 4 miles away. You can get in your car and go find it. I mean, yeah. I usually have a GPS locator on my long range stuff. And I've walked right up to stuff and picked it up. You can go walk right up to it, which is cool. However, I have had to jump barbed wire fences. I had one situation, and I did this for a friend. I must be crazy, but like he's too heavy to get over the fence, and it was barbed wire, and he crashed over in the marsh, and for some reason they had a barbed wire fenced off him. Of course, he crashes on the other side of the freaking fence, like 30 feet away from the fence on the other side. So to get over the barbed wire fence, I didn't have, normally you take like a blanket or something, just throw the blanket over top of the fence and then climb over a blanket, and that's a safe way to get over. But I didn't have a blanket, and I had to get over this barbed wire. So I had to climb up a tree, walk out on a branch, stand on the barbed wire with my feet, and jump down. Sketchy? Yeah. So I did it. I was able to, like, hang down off the branch, stand on the barbed wire, and jump down. And then I had to do the same thing going back around and back over. I had to climb back up on the same branch. And yeah, from not cool. I had to climb up the fence, stand on the fence, get back on the branch, and crawl across the fence, throw the quad on the other side, and then drop down out of the tree. I've had bad experience with barbed wire in the past. I was running down to a lake one night with my friends in Raleigh, North Carolina. We're gonna have some drinks by the lake, and went around this big road, and I was kind of half running, but for some reason there was barbed wire at like face level. Like, I don't know what barbed wire was doing that high up, but it basically clotheslined me, and it hit me right here, right between my nose and my top lip, and it knocked me down on my back, and I thought my face was cut wide open because it hurt so bad. But apparently I got lucky because I hit in between the two barbs right here. Otherwise I'd have a nice little plastic surgery scar. I'd probably have to have a mustache all the time. How'd you get that scar on your face, Justin? I got wrangled by some barbed wire. Yeah. Unlucky, but very lucky. I didn't get my face split wide open. I've already had 10 stitches on the top of my head before, so. Car wreck. Do not headbutt the rearview mirror at 65 miles an hour. No, we were going 45. Well, it didn't take much speed to get hurt. But yeah, so some of the other stuff coming out, trying to think. We've got so many DJI drones coming up. HGLRC has something coming for me. I knew something from HGLRC is coming. So yeah, iFlight, Diatone, HGLRC, they're all gearing up for some really cool releases. And I have something new from Aurora RC. It's also HD. There's so much HD right now, it's crazy. I mean, come on. Let's just do a poll in the room real quick. How many of you guys have 5.8? And then how many of you guys have DJI Digital? And say both if you have both. If you have the converter, if you're doing some type of 5.8 module and the DJI. Both? Nice. A lot of you guys. Doug's still on 5.8. It's all good, bro. They make some nice 5.8 cameras now. They almost look digital, some of them. I haven't done analog stuff. Wow. You know, that's good. That's what the next generation's gonna be like. They're gonna be like, I never did analog video. What's that? What's analog video? God. Oh my God. Those man, we're heading into the future, you guys. Dude, we are headed into the future. Rabbit ears. Had to go back to analog after doing so much HD. Really? How many DJI drones do you have? Hey, you know what they should make? And I'm just gonna put this out there in the universe so that, like, maybe if Emax is listening, they should do a Tiny Hawk 3 with you know what on board. HD, Tiny Hawk 3, 1103 motors, 3S. I mean, that's what I would do. D-cased, Caddx Vista, Nebula Pro Nano 2, or 3 by the time it comes out, maybe. That's all this stuff is like getting smaller and smaller and smaller as well. So, I mean, it's just gonna happen. Someone's gonna make a cool little miniature. The only problem with that is that as a ready to fly, it would be difficult because, I mean, do you want to spend $1,100 on a Tiny Hawk RTF or even like 800 or whatever? I mean, yeah, they could probably do it for maybe under 800 with all that gear. But the goggles are 500 bucks, so you're not going to skirt the price of DJI goggles. So it's going to remain the same. And the V2s cost like what, 70 bucks more, $69 more. And a lot of people were wondering, like, should I buy the V1s? Should I buy the V2s? Hey, thank you for joining, Doug. Man, I like you, Doug. One of my old best friends' name was Doug. He's a good dude. He taught me how to fly 3D helicopters. Back when drone camps didn't exist, and I was just all about building my RC helis for about 10 years before drones. And multi-rotors came around and I almost killed myself with my 700. Long story short, so I sold it and I bought some stuff from Atlanta Hobby. And I believe that Steel was working there back then. Steel was building up DJI flame wheels. And they had some problems over at Atlanta Hobby. They had some custom motors built for the flame wheel 550 that I had, and so I don't know if it was Steel who programmed my 550 wrong, but like they like sent it back to me at some point, and they said they had like fixed my radio, and so like I went to go into like return to home switch, and they had a business card they sent me back with it. They said they had it all set up. And I mean, this is a NASA V1. This is like way back. And dude, my $1,000 helicopter hexa rotor flew off into the marsh. And then I somehow managed to get a flying pizza back to the field. And there's no way you can tell. I was basically flying acro. They put manual mode where GPS return to home should be. Who does that? They do that. So thank God I had flown, 700 helis, and I had tons of sort of acro skill already without flying with assist. And so it flew past my truck and landed in a giant mud puddle and tore all to pieces. And then I had to wait like 2 months for them to get their motors in. So I tore up some motors, and of course I had to pay for everything, all the gear to put back on it and get my flame wheel going again, even though it was Atlanta Hobby's fault. I'm still bitter about that. Can you tell? I mean, I only had $1,000 into that thing. And then it cost me another couple $100 to get it fixed. I mean, come on. And then Cliff was like not even hearing me when I talked to them on the phone. Like, he was like, we got like 15 S1000s on the bench right now. I can't really be, spending a whole lot of time on this conversation. I gotta go. I'm like, I'm starting drone camps today. And I did. And so it's not because of Atlanta Hobby that I started drone camps, but I became their competitor pretty quick. But they were selling a lot of high-end stuff, and they're a very big store anyway, so I'm not really a competitor. I was just selling Phantoms. But I also did S1000s, and we did FLIR setups. We sold drones at Drone Camp's actual store, everything from like a ready to fly DJI Phantom up to the S1000s that were fully configured with the Zenmuse gimbals, and we had, back then it was Lightbridge on them. We had FLIR systems we did some stuff with the Army and the Army Corps of Engineers. and all levels came to the drone camp store. Got calls from everywhere, which I was always happy to help out our domestic folks. But I did not send any drones to any foreign countries that were in opposition to the U.S. I got friends in the military and don't want those guys using drones against my guys. I give all the drones of FLIR to our guys. So that flag back there, it's 100% patriotic, and that's even coming from a liberal standpoint. So I got everybody's back here within our borders. I'd stick up for some of you guys that are overseas. I'd fly with you guys anytime. So any last questions before I shut this down? I'm just about to go, like, I think have a beer. Don't drink if you're under 21. Start a racing league. Join multi-GP. Yeah, Sky Zone. I wonder if Sky Zone would drop an HD system. I bet it would be more successful than the overweight shark system. I mean, Fat Shark is so out of tune with my channel that I haven't heard a single thing from them about Shark Bite. I think it's Fat Shark Immersion Fat Shark. They got mad at me 4 years ago, and I think they've blacklisted me ever since then. They sent me a stupid Vortex 150 that was defaulted down to 25 milliwatt, and this was when 25 milliwatt sort of switchable VTXs first came around. Yeah, so I get to test a lot of this stuff before you guys do, and so what I didn't realize was that it was defaulted to 25 milliwatt. So I'm assuming this tiny little 150 is set to 200 or better. So I go out to the cliffs of Oregon, and what do I do? What do I do? I send it. So I sent it out over the ocean, and as soon as I left the cliff, it was like a complete blackout, static on the whole screen, lost total video. It was going in and out, tried to come back, didn't make it back. When I turned around, Immersion had notoriously some of the worst FPV cameras in the history of FPV. So the problem was that I did get video back, but here's the problem. When I turned around to face the cliff, the contrast on the camera was so bad, the whole cliff just looked like this. That's all I could see when I turned around. Because of, except for above the cliff, I could see kind of the skyline, the horizon, I could see the clouds. And I had no idea where I was, down here on the cliff somewhere. So I ended up in the water. Bye-bye, brand new drone. Bye-bye, Vortex 150. Swimming in the ocean. So ever since then, they've been all Eric. I guess Eric is his name. He's like, you shouldn't have took it out there and did that crazy stuff, or shouldn't take chances. He didn't send me another one either. I feel like they sent it all the way from Australia or something. Maybe that's why they were pissed. I don't know. So maybe that's why I haven't tested Shark Bite. Bite a shark. Bite me. Yeah, I know they've watched my videos. They've all watched my videos. Yeah, they see what I do. I break stuff. I'm hard on stuff. I don't fly it around. I was going to say I don't fly it around the backyard. And my latest video shows me flying in the backyard. No offense, Nick Burns. But I like to get out there. I mean, you know, like Albert Kim recently has been like, in the past couple of years, he used to, maybe he was listening to what I say about like, you know, not just flying in the backyard, flying in the yard, just go out and go somewhere, like make it interesting. But yeah, there are no shark bite bino flies anywhere. DJI's everywhere. It's like, yeah. All the companies are using Vista. They're mostly, I think the air module will probably be saved for 7-inch rigs and 6-inch rigs. There's no reason to have an air module, even for a 5-inch. Why would you put an air module on a 5-inch? Put a Vista on there, 700 milliwatt. And I think the penetration's better with the Vista as far as the receiver goes. The video still does pretty good. But there's a particular tree tunnel that I fly through that I test my Vista signal with the DJI radio, and it makes it through there every time. And so does Crossfire. XM Plus, fail safe. I have to jump the fence to go walk down that road and get it. But it's a public space where the fence is. It's just unfortunate I have to jump the fence to get to it. They always have it locked. A lot of jumping in fences in this FPV hobby. If you guys are thinking about getting into FPV, don't be scared to jump a fence. As long as there's not a no trespassing sign. If there's no trespassing sign, watch out. Don't get shot. The farmers don't play around. They get mad. They get mad too. Yeah, man. That's the holy grail. The holy grail of FPV right now really is Crossfire with a Tango 2 and some DJI. Good old DJI HD video and some Crossfire. And add a little cherry on top of that pie with some GPS. Betaflight return to home. Yeah, man. That's the good stuff. That's what you want. 1 watt DJI. Did you do the firmware hack? You running 1 watt? I mean, I'm afraid to run at 1 watt. I don't want to like burn up my module. And when it starts to get hotter, I run like 600 in the summer, and I can go as far as I want on 600. And on a Vista 700, be running 700. Now, if it goes over like 90 to 95 degrees, I crank my VTX down to like 200 and I just stay close to home, or 400 to max, because if you're pushing it like in the summertime, if you're running, there's a lot of guys frying VTXs in the summer, the really hot days. 1200, yeah, the AKK will do 1200, and there's even one that does 2W, 2 watt. You want to talk about hot? You can make a pizza on top of that thing. You can make like a Tito's on top of that thing. Like, I swear I could fry a pepperoni. We should do a test with that on the channel. Would you eat it? I'd probably eat it. I'd probably eat worse. Yeah, 2 watt, Doug. It's illegal in the United States. You're not allowed to run 2 watt, by the way. No 2 watt allowed in the US. And a couple of those like snuck into the US from Banggood. I think some people ordered a whole bunch of them before they were kind of like not shipping over to the US anymore. So some of you guys out there have some of those AKK 2 watt transmitters. High power. Got your ham license for that, yeah? So I'm so out of the loop on some of the other YouTube channels. Has anybody been doing anything interesting lately? Steel or Bach? I haven't watched Bach Grinder in forever. I need to like go check out one of the dude's videos. Bach Grinder's funny. Just don't play him around your kids. He says dirty words. Yeah, Luis, just kind of chatting. I'm kind of tired, but I'm gonna shut this thing down shortly. Just having fun talking about FPV a little bit, you know? I could talk about FPV until the morning. Yeah, imagine a campfire, all of us dudes chilling around a campfire like the old days, chatting about FPV. Probably not a single girl anywhere near, within like 6 miles. Maybe there's one girl there, and all the dudes are like, if she flies FPV, that makes her like a million times hotter. It's kind of like when I was kiteboarding, and it was all guys. It was all guys on the beach, and then one day, this girl walks out, and everybody was like, "You kite? You kiteboard? You gotta come to our party tonight. We gotta invite you to our barbecue." Drone camping. Camps life. More camps life on the channel. So, yeah, so let's briefly talk about the direction of drone camps this year. This is my original flag since 2014. I wanted you guys to see the original logo. We were in a great place starting up, and just having the store really springboarded the channel because a lot of people needed tech support, and I took the time to do that for years and years, and I spent 2 years on my phone, which got really old really quick. But so that's why I started doing YouTube. I switched over, margins started dropping on DJI, and a lot of the small shops got screwed over by Amazon, and people were buying DJI over at Walmart and Sam's Club, and Best Buy just kind of annihilated some of the small shops. Like, so back then there was like Multi-Rotor Warehouse and drone camps and Carolina Drones, Drone Nerds, and there was like a handful of us stores. And so around 2016 I closed mine down and went full-time on YouTube, and kind of progressed over the years and did a lot of DIY builds for you guys and a lot of reviews, skateboards, 3D printers, just about anything like tech related. I've got emails from companies asking me if I wanna review their Bluetooth headphones, and in a way I'm kind of like, yeah, send me those. I'd like to have those. But so I want to bring more tech to the channel. Obviously, being a technical channel already, it kind of fits with what I do, and I'd like to be able to. I'd really like to expand into. I'd like to expand into doing some more. I don't want to even say it. So I want to do some more outdoors type stuff, like camps related type stuff. You know, out with the van, and I'm always like drone camping around the state, and that's why I got the Sprinter, so I could drone camp. And I like to do some more of that style stuff, like Sprinter Life type stuff, that like those kind of products, but also like maybe even I don't want to say mountain bike stuff, but I have had some offers already from mountain bike stuff. Lee Stroud. So the other thing I want to do is more popular. It's like some cell phone reviews. I want to do some of the cell phones that are coming out. Some of these companies have been taking notice since the channel starts to reach the 200K mark. When you get to that, then other companies, lots of companies start noticing when you get above 150. So I get a lot of emails from all kinds of different companies, but cell phones are kind of like something that I would like to tap into, because I think there's a million of them out there, and I think there's some really cool ones, some waterproof ones, some rugged ones. And I think that would be fun. Not that I really want a whole room full of free phones. If they want to send me a whole room full of free iPhones, I'll take those. And I'll do something crazy with them. Maybe I'll smash a drone into them or something. Give a bunch of them away like that. I remember there was a dude that gave away like a truckload. I think it was, what was his Unbox Therapy guy? Gave away like a truckload of iPhones. That's a hell of a giveaway. You got to have a whole shipping department to deal with that. I'd hate to ship out 1,000 phones. But I like to do some phones and some other like tech related type stuff coming up this year. But it's still going to be like the way it always is on the channel, guys. So nothing's going to drastically change. You're not going to start seeing like phone reviews only on the channel because quadcopters are way too much fun for that. I don't want to sit around talking about a phone all day, every day. So don't worry. But some changes and some new offers to me coming up on the channel too. So things are changing, but they're going up, which is good. It's good. So I got a lot of really cool new contacts this year. That's a good question, Luis. For me, honestly, like whatever comes to my door, that's what I'm flying usually. Like you asked me that question probably, it seems like 4 years ago now. I think we were standing in my shop and you asked me like what was my favorite quad. I have to say, like, you see that quad back there in the corner over there? You see that? I almost keep that quad under my pillow. That quad is going nowhere. And there's another one hanging over here, right there. Can you guess what that is? You see see this one up here? Can you guess what this one is? And they're both the same size quad. They're both 7-inch mountain surfers. Yes, Doug, you get the special prize. You get the award, Doug. A good price, the bro price on your next drone. Yes, that is the croc. This one, it's got the GoPro rig on there. DJI HD. It's the light version. It's been stripped down versus the original croc. Yeah, dude. And I covet the croc so much. I still have a croc, original croc, in the box. The V1 in the box, never flown. Like, I like keep it under my bed. It's mine. It's mine. These quads have not failed me, and that's why I speak highly of Gep, because Gep shit just has not failed me. So I know some of you guys have had Gep fail you, but you're probably doing stupid stuff, so it's your fault. Don't say it's not. You probably hit a freaking wall, and then you were like, "Oh, my quad hit a brick wall and broke. My quad hit a banister in my house and it broke. It's not that durable." I flew a 3D helicopter in my house and flew it into a wooden chair and it broke all to pieces. It wasn't that durable. God. I was asking Horizon Hobby for my money back the next day. Stupid helicopter. I mean, so the other one back there, that one is, can you guess what this one is? You're gonna have a hard time guessing what this one is. It's a popular one though. That one is the iFlight Chimera 7. I finally said it right, so screw you guys that were correcting me the original time. I'm American. I read words the way they look. Chimera. Chlamydia? Yeah, the chimera, sounding with a K sound. I remember way back in the day, someone was trying to correct me on how to say Fury Bee. I always just called it Furry Bee, because that's what the hell it says, Furry Bee. I'm American, Furry Bee. Yeah, it's Fury Bee. Man, whatever. It was cheap. You could buy it, it was cheap. Fury Bee. It's Fury Bee. You're English, man. You have an accent. You say it different than I do. I'm a cowboy. I say it like Furry Bee. It's a Furry Bee. It's a dumb name for a drone. It's cheap, but it got you flying. I had fun with it. I bashed them around. They were like beater quads. I don't even know if they make those anymore. Gep RC is kind of like, not Gep RC, GearBest, kind of falling off the map a little bit. I think Banggood ate their lunch. I think they're still around though. The website's still up. They're still going. They just forgot to send me stuff for a while. I have too much coming in anyway, so getting stuff from all the different companies and Banggood. Ah, you guys want to see something cool? Let me show you real quick. This live stream is going on way too long, but let me show you something while my phone's still actually, the battery's not dead. I'm gonna go get it. I'll be right back. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Look at that. Do you know what that is? That is badass. Badass stuff you get to see on the Drone Camps channel. Doug, you have won so many prizes tonight, Doug. You're ridiculous, Doug. That's right, Doug. This is a VTOL. One badass VTOL. And this review is coming up on the channel. Look at that. Spot for a GoPro up front. FPV already there. Ready to roll. How do you land it? You land it just like a multi-rotor. It goes down just like this. No runway needed. It's a drone. It's a plane. 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 It's a plane. It's a plane. It's a plane. It's a drone. This thing is cool. Now, Doug, since you're so smart, Doug, do you know what else is very interesting about this aircraft? Let's see if Doug, the smart guy, can figure out what the next odd thing about this particular aircraft is. And I'll hold it right here so you can see. And, all right, now you're being quizzed in front of 39 people, Doug. Let's get it going. Let me know what the next thing is. If you guess, if you get this right, I'm just walking out of the class, Doug. I'm gonna let you take over. All right, it should be really obvious now. Someone else say it if you see it. If you see it. Top facing cam. Wrong, Doug. Wrong. I like you, Doug. Does anybody see it yet? Come on, you guys. RC airplane. Think RC airplane. No, not sensors, Doug. Sensors. What does an RC airplane need to fly? Bueller? Bueller? Ah, no fly drone, no ailerons. Correctamundo. But what else is missing? So we see no ailerons, no control surfaces, and no what else? No freaking servos. There's no servos on this plane. Multi-rotor, aircraft, VTOL, thingamabobby. There are no control surfaces on this entire aircraft. And it flies like a plane. Okay? No moving parts except for the motors. They apparently... No aileron and no elevator. This thing is an alien. It has a new firmware update on it that just came out. It was just released. So if you're Googling right now and trying to find this aircraft, the original reviews on it, it did very much so what I thought it was going to do in airplane mode, was that it was going to have a little bit of a, a little bit of a nose bobble, a little bit of a, and that's just, the engineering of this aircraft is because there's no freaking elevator here. And the flight controller, the gains were set a little bit too high, and the first one that came out was this one's a prototype, so it had to be updated. Once it was updated, they adjusted the gains and changed the PID tune a little bit, and it has RG Pilot on here. It has ground station, and you can do waypoints and all that cool stuff. So very similar to iNav type stuff, but even more bells and whistles. I believe there's an airspeed indicator on here as well somewhere. The how do you pronounce that? I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, you guys. P-top tube. Anybody in here know what that is? I bet Doug knows. Doug, do you know? Pito. Is that how you say it? Pito. Pito. I'm gonna try to remember that. P on my toe. What's up, Alan? You are late, bro. We had a DJ set, and now we're looking at this alien ship. That thing cool or what? This thing also, check this out. You're gonna freak out, you guys. Watch this. Now, this thing comes apart like this. And just like that, I can, well, just like that. Uh-oh, don't want to hear any cracks. Plug and play. Look at that. So now all this stuff breaks down, and this goes in the case super quick. And best of all, this aircraft is running a Lion pack. So you're going to get a really long flight time with this aircraft. And you don't have to land it like a traditional FPV wing, which I've landed FPV wings on the side of the sketchiest mountains with no runway and rocks everywhere. And I've blown out so many FPV cameras from mountain landings with my FPV wings, because the FPV camera is always up front. So I find the flattest rock somewhere to smash my cameras. I think that's on wrong. Oh, how the hell is it going? Sometimes, not sure how these things are. Never force anything in this hobby, or you will break stuff. Never force it. Bull in a shop, China shop type guys. Be easy with those big bare hands of yours. I have kind of like small, like Chinese style, like Chinese guy hands. That's why Sky Zone's original goggles fit me. They were made for everybody in China. Alright. That's the wrong one. Trying to get this back together. So, yeah. It goes back on like that. And I almost have this whole thing back together. But this thing is cool. I'm not going to tell you what this model is, what the name of this one is yet, but I want to be surprised on the channel. So coming up, the VTOL vertical takeoff aircraft. Really cool. I think I'm going to put my might have put the GoPro Hero 8 in that one. Run 5.8. I'd like to kind of upgrade it to DJI camera, because I believe some of the guys who are already flying that aircraft and testing in China have already done HD versions of it. So I have a ton of Vistas laying around. I should just put a Vista in there, and because you can still get the home point arrow and all that stuff, GPS, latitude, longitude, is now available since the DJI firmware updates. I can't tell you who makes it yet. It's a surprise. But you do get to see cool stuff on my stream that you wouldn't otherwise see until the video popped. So I will drop that one pretty soon. That's going to be a cool video. I'm going to take it out somewhere special to fly. And hopefully the new firmware update smooths out some of that porpoise effect. And even if it's minimal, that thing will be fun to fly. Even if it's just a minimal. Maybe I'm just like kind of like riding waves. Wee. The racist slur. China knows I'm not racist. But you're funny. I like egg rolls. Hashtag egg rolls. I'm going to China to just to eat. I'm gonna go visit the FPV companies, but I'm actually wanting to go to China primarily to eat. I'm gonna eat everything. I'm gonna eat. They can be like, the white guy will eat anything. Just get it to the white guy. He'll eat anything. Check this out. He's crazy. Or he's a little bit stupid. He'll eat it. We'll just tell him to eat it and tell him that's what we love. Here's some gerbil balls. We love these things. Pretty good, drone pilot. Yeah, Steve. I'm all about like street level, street market Chinese food. I love China. I haven't been there yet. I know. I talk to these guys all the time, almost daily, and I actually do talk about food quite a bit with them in our Facebook chats and stuff. Some of the guys from the drone companies have some really cool pointers about what to try to cook here, like century eggs. I don't know if you've ever had a century egg. It's an aged egg that you age underground that turns black. And they're quite tasty. Imagine that, a black egg. I'm all about it. Let's do it. Let's get some black eggs and eat them. Yeah, dude. Some hot sauce on that. I'm from the South, so I'm gonna put hot sauce on everything. Tabasco, some habanero, some Melinda's. You guys ever heard of that brand, Melinda's? Some Dave's Insanity sauce. Shit. My lips are burning just talking about Dave's Insanity sauce. Yeah, maybe I should, that'd be a good vlog. Maybe I'll get some century eggs and some Dave's Insanity sauce, and I'll just put some Dave's Insanity sauce on there. Oh my God. Burn my ass up. What's the guys that do all the food reviews, that try stuff? I don't watch enough YouTube because I'm a YouTuber. Good morning something? What are those guys? What's the name of those guys? Dude's got really nice hair. He's got better than a bare head than mine. I don't have any hair. Shave my head. But anyway, should do some more food stuff too. Just whatever. Hopefully you guys don't get mad one morning if you wake up and there's like me standing there showing you how to cook something. Something you never tried before, because I'm crazy about food. Practice drinking Baijiu? What's Baijiu? Today, that's right. I'm Justin Davis. And today, I can't even say it, you guys. I can't even say that. I'm not going to throw any stones at Bardwell. But I will say that nobody knows everything. God damn it. We all know a tremendous amount. However, we all know different things and we all bring different things to the same table. So no one in this hobby can say, I'm smarter than you. Because there are other things that I know about that other people don't know about. And there are things that you know about that I don't know about. And you don't even have a YouTube channel. And some of you do. But you still are smarter than me when it comes to some things. Everybody has something to bring to the table. So you can't discount anybody. I can't discount Joshua Bardwell. I can't discount UAV Futures. Canceled from Banggood. Not likely. Or any other companies. Broke everything. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you guys. You guys, we could start a company on our own here. All 43 of us, we could have quite a company. Last company I worked for had 50 employees. It was a kiteboarding company in North Carolina, and I worked there for about 5 years, I guess. I helped them build up the brand from the ground up. It was originally started out in a trailer, ended up in a multi-million dollar building that is there now, and the majority of that success goes to the owners and the top staff, not necessarily me. I was just a marketing guy. I mean, I was a graphics guy, so I did their website, their stickers, t-shirts, kite designs, logo, and a bunch of stuff. About 6 training DVDs, and we did kite camps, and that's how drone camps was actually started, because we originally did kite camps, and that converted over to me teaching. I used to teach kiteboarding, and now I teach drone camps. And I did actually do some drone camps, some actual like all-day drone events, teaching people how to fly drones. Everywhere from North Carolina to LA. We taught about 90 CEOs in one camp. Had them crashing Phantoms with FPV all over the place. They were falling out of trees, and these guys were laughing at like $1,000 going down the toilet. It was a big joke to them. We had 15 Phantoms on site from DJI with all kinds of gear. It took us about 12 hours to get the cameras on all the Phantoms, so these guys could crash them into trees and laugh about it. And I had one left at the end of the day, and one of the guys wanted me to give it to him with my brand new pair of Fat Shark Dominator V2s. And I just told him something was wrong with the drone and that it would be a danger to fly. And he was like, oh, okay, I guess I won't take it then. I was like, yeah, you're not going to take this and my goggles. Yeah, he wanted my FPV goggles. He would have probably used it one time, crash it, and then my $500 goggles that I bought from Sergio over at Pyrodrone in LA would have ended up who knows where. And I used those same goggles for years on the channel, so that guy was not getting my goggles. Yeah, what are you going to do if somebody asks you for your FPV goggles that you just bought? Or any pair of FPV goggles? That's like your nephew or something? I don't care if you're like a millionaire, billionaire, or what. Like, sorry, these are my goggles. Try to take my Sky Zones. Not taking my Sky Zones. Yeah. Yeah, forget that. No, I'm not taking my goggles. Oh yeah, drone pilot? Did you get it? People send me emails all the time asking me for stuff. I get at least 40 emails from India a day. No, I'm not even kidding. Mostly little kids that can't afford a drone that would like to have a drone. And I would send every single one of those kids a drone if I could. I really would. I always wanted to be the Santa Claus of drones. Just kids deserve to have a good time, a good childhood. EVO, yeah. Yeah, it's sad when I get those emails. I get sad when I see a kid email me like, you know. I actually, you should check this kid out. Go look on my Patreon, and the only person that I sponsor on Patreon lives in Africa, and I'm friends with him on Facebook. I forgot his name, but you can find him because he's my own. He's the only person I sponsor on Patreon. I should sponsor some more people, but he builds RC airplanes literally from like scratch on a dirt like concrete floor, and I mean he's been building these foamies with like packing tape and stuff for over 5 years, and I sponsor him on Patreon just because I love to you know to help him out, keep his interest going. The kid's an engineer. He's going to be an engineer for sure. I'm trying to remember his channel. If you go to Drone Camp's Patreon, you'll see like you'll probably see the one person that I sponsor. And if you don't see it there, remind me later. You guys can go join our Drone Camp's FPV community, and I'll try to drop his link there. I believe he's a member. He does post in Rotor Riot all the time. And that's how I originally found him. Yeah, some quality gear. I wanted to send him an RC airplane just because he always builds these like paper mache looking planes, and they fly like this, and all of his friends are screaming, and this is little place he flies, and pretty much in the early days he crashed every time he threw something up. It would fly for 30 seconds at the most, and his kids would be like cheering him on. Yeah, they were so happy that the thing flew for 30 seconds. Yeah, he probably did. He also made some stuff that actually didn't fly. He made like a helicopter one time out of like just nuts and bolts and toilet paper tube or whatever, like, and he made it and took a picture of it or did a YouTube video of it or something, man. That inspires me. That inspires me when I see those kids doing that. You can't get a spotter, right? Yeah. Yeah. I want to foster new people into the hobby. That's what camps is all about. I mean, honestly, I've been saying this for years. Some people are like, oh, you're a tool, whatever. A tool, this is my life. It's what I love. They always said, like, do what you love, right? I would say this, and like recently, like with COVID and everything, like cooking. I've started like baking bread, and like I'm making like foie gras. I might get some haters because I said foie gras. When it comes to food, I used to be vegetarian actually, and I opened up my my food horizons. Last year, I just took the filter off of what I eat. I mean, I don't go out and like eat McDonald's and stuff, but I'd probably eat Chinese McDonald's. That doesn't sound good to me for some reason. Chinese McDonald's. I've had Mexican McDonald's. But yeah, I would like to go to China and learn more about cooking, and talk to some chefs over there. Go to some restaurants. Also Thailand. I have one of my best friends lives in Bangkok. Her name is Natakatar Satawathamral, and her family is very well off in Thailand, so she could probably take me and my friends to some super high class Thai restaurants. She goes to the places where like there's like this much food on your plate, and then it tastes like $100 bill. Well, better than that, but you know, tastes good. But more food stuff on the channel, hopefully coming up. So, but it's getting late, guys. So if you have any final questions, let me know. I'm gonna hammer off here. What? You can get prawns on your McDonald's burger in China? That's why I want to go to China. I mean, I haven't had McDonald's in probably like 10 years, no joke. Maybe over 10 years. But I would go to China tomorrow and eat a Chinese McDonald's hamburger with prawns on it, McPrawn. I'd do it. I don't care. I don't even buy frozen shrimp from China over here. I try to buy local shrimp. No offense against the Chinese. I just like to keep food local as I can. Yeah, totally. It's fun hanging out with you guys. Fun talking to all you guys. iFlight Bumblebee V3 or the Gap RC Crown HD? Can you guess what my choice would be? $6S Crown. Get the $6S Crown. That's the one I would get. Yeah, the you're high. Yeah, the music's over, bro. No, bro, the music's still going. What are you talking about? Don't you hear the music? Can't believe you don't hear the music, bro. You must be really high. I'm kidding. It's over. So yeah, if you when I end this when I end the live stream, you can back it up and check out the DJ set with the FPV helmet when I was actually FPVing while DJing. So I don't know, is that a first? FPV DJ? It might be. I think I just set a Guinness World Record on this live stream. I don't know that there's been ever anyone in the history of the world that FPV DJ'd, but I did tonight. So there's a little camera on the front right here, and I could see the turntables, and I could see my computer. You just have to set the right refresh rate, or else the screen looks like. So you want to test all this before you go live, and then you can't see anything. Yeah, man. Sorry you showed up late, but yeah, I've been on here since about 8, so I've just been enjoying hanging out with you guys. And I'm gonna get off here, but bulletproof prototype, that would be cool. Hopefully nobody's shooting at my head. Oh man, sorry to hear about that. You're a good son. You're a good son. Yeah, Mo, you have a good night too, buddy. And pilots got important heads, that's for sure. Everybody has an important head. You guys are all important. You guys are all very, very important to me. And I mean, like, I'm not even joking. Like, you guys, last year was my hardest year of my life. And I continued making videos through the worst storm of my life. I kept uploading videos every day for you guys. I can't even tell you how bad it was. But you know, I can't even talk about it on my YouTube channel. It's kind of personal. But just know that last year was the hardest year of my life, and I just pushed through it. I don't know how the hell I did it. I don't know how I didn't just like lay down and start drinking. A lot of guys have done a lot worse than how good I did last year. Dealing with what I dealt with. My close personal friends know about it. But yeah, man, I'm sorry about your mom, and it's you're a good son. I want to take care of my mom too. But yeah, it was stressful, man. Surprised I don't need like medication after last year, but most of us almost need it. Some of us have like quarantine anxiety, but I don't get panic attacks. And if I start to feel depressed, you just go out. You go outside. You don't sit in your house. It's hard to be sad when you're out in the outdoors or out flying somewhere. So now thinking about all the crappy stuff in your life, but it wasn't depression or anything like that. But it was hard. But I've been triumphant, and I put one foot in front of the other, and I thrive. And this year is my best year, probably one of my best years of my life. Like, so I'm like worst year to like best year. My wreck? Oh, my skateboard wreck. Yeah, I got clotheslined by some homeless folks down by the Portland Willamette River along the bike path. They put fishing line across the bike path and clotheslined me. I broke a motorcycle helmet on an electric skateboard doing about 25 miles per hour. My head hit the concrete so hard that it literally broke a DOT approved motorcycle helmet in the back. But that wasn't my hard thing. My hardest thing was, I survived the skateboard crash and the weird, cruel joke that someone almost took my life with. You never know what the hell people are going to do out in public. So especially in Portland, it's like super sketchy here. It used to not be, but Portland's like turned into like Mad Maxville. It's crazy. But yeah, this year's better than ever, and I have like so many thank yous to say to all of you guys for just being my friends and supporting me, and your comments on the videos mean a lot. I usually read everybody's comments, and folks that are going to be negative or just start out just being like totally rude. I just I'm like most YouTubers, I'll probably just delete it, and if you're really a jerk, I'll just ban you from the channel. So, because that is the power of the ban hammer and social media. Don't be a jerk. Don't say I wear my hat stupid and stuff like that, whatever. Man, Alan, you're one of my original fans, bro. You've been supporting me for years. But yeah, man. Super thankful for all you guys, and very thankful for the relationships that I have in my life. They are very, very rewarding, and my family is the best. My mom, she's my angel. She's my absolute angel. I love her so much. Yep, and all my family, for sure. I know you guys love your families too. Hopefully your family's good to you. Not all your family's gonna be good to you, but pick and choose who your family is. Sometimes they're not your family, they're still your family. Like some of you guys are like my family here in town, so you know who you are. So thank you. You guys have a good night, and I'm gonna hop off here because I gotta get some stuff done before I go to sleep. cool. YouTube is a great way to just de-stress too. Yeah. Just turn on a good video. I watch cooking shows. Just imagine. I've watched millions of cooking shows. So that's my go-to. That's my tech video. Watching cooking shows. Like Julia Childs and Jacques together on PBS. I watched that. That might be like one of the most boring shows in the history of the planet, but you will learn a lot if you really listen to what they say. I mean, a lot. So, and Anthony Bourdain. God, we gotta do some food videos on here. I'm just insane about food. So, oh man, it's so fun, Huck. But friend me on Facebook and you'll see some crazy food pictures. I bake bread also. I go crazy in the kitchen. That's probably my #1 thing right now for the past couple of years. Yeah, I'm obsessed with food. I might end up just opening up a food truck or something one of these days. But guys, take care and stay tuned on the channel. Don't be surprised to be seeing some new type of stuff too coming up this year. Maybe even I'll cook something for you and have fun with that. But yeah, we're going to have fun on the channel. So thanks everybody for subscribing. You guys are freaking so awesome. You guys made my day with this chat tonight. Yeah, Jacques Pepin. Jacques is a real chef. He has a resume like a mile long. I love that guy. And he seems like a sweet guy too. I love it. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next review. And thanks for hanging out tonight. You guys made my night as always. And Doug, thank you for becoming a member. And thanks to everyone that made comments tonight. And Luis, you're probably asleep by now, Luis, but thanks for coming as always. And all the rest of you guys, I want to name all your names, but yeah, man, I have an idea for a food truck. We might talk more about that coming up. This channel is not done. It's going to be camps everything. It's going to be all the camps. The camps life is coming. All right, everybody. Everybody in the house. After this is over, you can go back and watch the DJ set again with the super cool FPV helmet with built-in Bluetooth headphones and FPV DJing. Maybe the first of its kind ever. Take care, guys. I'll see you on the next one.